So I'm in Oudenaarde. I'm on my, I think, 15th velo ride with my Recumbent. I made some changes to it. It's a Performer 26 goal Recumbent, Taiwanese company. Makes some cheaper Recumbents than the other European or American brands. It's a good bike. It's not the lightest, but it performs quite well. I made some slight changes, but I'm gonna go into detail about that afterwards. I did some 500 kilometers in total now with this bike, and I'm getting more and more used to it. Today I had a slight headwind, but I still managed to keep up the speed a little bit. I think I did like 22 kilometers per hour on average. I'm in Oudenaarde here, famous for its townhouse, famous also for its medieval tapestry, and among cyclists famous for being the arrival line, the finish line for the Ronde de Vlaanderen, the Ronde van Vlaanderen, which always takes place the beginning of April, end of March, beginning of April. Heading back home now. I hope to get the same wind as I got getting here, riding along the Schelde to Orwaar and then back to Ronse along the Eurovelo 5 line, which is not yet finished but has some beautiful stretches already. Okay, bye bye. See you next time.
I got back in the meantime. Here you see a small stretch of the river Schelde between Oudenaarde and Anzegem. Actually, it has a very beautiful towpath, mostly on both sides, but at least on one side. I had indeed a little bit better wind conditions. It was not completely wind in the back. I had like because the Schelde also makes some big curves, so sometimes I had a little more help with the wind. Sometimes we had side wind, completely side wind, so no help at all. But I managed to get my average speed a little bit up. People often ask if a recumbent bike is faster than regular upright bike or a diamond frame bike. That is difficult to tell, and I think there's a lot of things that come into play if you ask that question. My upright bike is not a racing bike. It's more like a trekking frame bike. It's also an old bike, whereas this recumbent bike is fairly new. But I am at least, well, like 4 or 5 kilometers per hour faster on this recumbent bike, although I still need to exercise my recumbent leg muscles. You don't bike with the same muscles as you do on a regular upright bike. But that's info for next video.